We told you about Tim McCready, how much Richard Childress liked him because he kind of went to the front, past people. Well, he'll start on the front row alongside Joey Logano in that 31 car. Remember, he had to stop early in this race for a problem, but apparently that problem has been solved as the green is back out and Logano gets a great jump.
Good run there. Tim McCready, like we talked about, had a problem with the engine, but obviously straightening that issue out because it looks like he's got all his horses under his hood at this point.
Well, McCready, his only other race in this series this year, he ran in the first race at New Hampshire and finished 36th. And today is looking pretty good. Also, Jerry Marquis running third. Marquis, who finished fourth in the first race here in 1998.
Yep, Jerry Marquis having problems yesterday in practice and in qualifying, just could not get that race car hooked to the racetrack. Bottoming off, bottom of the racetrack, making a lot of changes, and obviously they made the changes, the right changes.
Replay on the restart, look down low, look at the 40 of Matt Kobaluk right beside Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Yep, Joey just having trouble on the restart. Not sure if it's a gearbox issue where they've missed a ratio of the gearbox, which I have trouble believing, or he's just not getting up on the throttle, making that sync right just to get on good restarts there. So I'm sure as the race goes on, he's going to have to get that straightened out, especially when he gets some fresh rubber on the car.
You know who's having a tough day today? The car that's coming down on pit road right now, Ruben Pardo. All right, he jumped the restart, black flag. He started in the, oh my goodness. Jamie Hayes off the wall. Well, he's been black flagged twice and now black flagged for a third time, and that really hurt that car. No caution as of yet, but he may have blown a right front just like Eichler did because he shot up right into the wall.
Man, tough break for him. They struggled a little bit. Donnie Richardson, the crew chief on that car, said, we were just kind of neutral. He says, we little tight, little loose, just could not get the car neutral. Went both ends, just not real comfortable with the race car. He said, so we'll just have to see how it plays out in the race. But obviously, not to his liking and not playing out the way that they wanted to here today.
Top 10 in 2 of the last 4 races, finished 10th at New Hampshire last time out.
There's a replay. Tim Andrews on the outside of him. Look at that car loose. He's grabbing steering wheel, crank to the right, crank to the left. Wow. Could have been big there, right in front of Eddie McDonald, the 48 car. Just, it's really fortunate for Tim Andrews and Eddie McDonald to get by that because that could have been big.
Well, Jamie Hayes out of Norlina, North Carolina, in that Ken Schrader shop prepared. Donnie Richardson, the veteran crew chief. And it's going to be a long afternoon for them here at Dover as they have really damaged the right front of that car. Much the same fashion that Brian Eichler did, and Eichler is still back in the garage.
Yep, when you go loose like that, especially when you got traffic around you, got a car sucked up on your rear bumper, it even makes the car that much lighter because you lose a little rear downforce on the race car, and unfortunate for him, that car just a little bit too loose for him here today at Dover.
Well, he's trying to get it turned so he can head to the garage, and you see that garage entrance. It's like you have to go uphill as you watch it here. You have to go uphill to get to where the East Series garage is, and in the gravel across the horse track before you get back onto the pavement. And there he goes trying to get to his hauler, but not easy when your right front won't turn.
Exactly, not the place. He's headed to the trailer. Call this one a day. Tough break for Jamie Hayes here today.
So Hayes and Eichler both with big problems in this race. The guy who's had no problems at all has been Joey Logano. He's out front. How about Sean Case has already made his way back up into second place. Listening to Joey Logano and his spotter.
Yep, the question is Joey Logano going to come down pit road this time? Talking on the radio there, it sounded like they may shoot down pit row and do their pit stops. Yep, it looks like Joey's going to be on pit row.
Well, Joey Logano's the only driver who has not made at least one stop. You see McCready's going to come down there along with him.
4,500.
That's going to put him back in about 19th position.
Yep, but he's got a good race car. If he uses his head, he'll work his way back up to the front.
Well, we saw that happen to Sean Case, but Sean Case also coming back down on pit road. So once again, this running order is going to be shaken up in a big way.
Taking right sides on Joey's car. Would it be interesting to see if they come back around and get left sides under this caution. Caution flag still out, so could come back around. Take left side tires.
Good quick stop by his crew, and he maintains that speed limit and is back out onto the racetrack. Same for Sean Case, same also for Tim McCready.
Tim McCready's had a super good race car here the past 10 laps or so. He's been really charging in the front. Lap times looking as fast as Joey Logano.
There's Brian Chu, who stands to inherit the lead, the 03 of Rogelio Lopez. That is the free pass car. He's the beneficiary. And the lap before we go green, he will come around the pace car and get back in on the lead lap. Let's get an update from Natalie Taylor.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that Joey Logano's plan is to come back in. This time they're going to be fueling up.
Well, the fuel will be good to go the rest of the race, and smart move. That's what pretty much everybody's done, is they've done 2 of the 3 things you can do on one caution. That's still going to leave 2 tires that Logano's going to be able to take.
Yep, but now's the time to do it. Take that fuel and take them right side tires. You can always come back and get left sides later if the caution does not stay out.
But you know what this does, Dan? This puts a little more drama into the race than we see in some of these 150 lappers, where basically you fuel the car, put bolt 4 tires on and go, which, you know, those races are great. But I like this too, where you've got a little more of a dynamic, and a guy like a Joey Logano, we're going to have to see him work his way up through traffic a little bit, come back up through the field. And he's certainly talented and able to do that, but it's sometimes fun to watch.
Well, it is. It adds a lot to it, and they've got to hustle here because we're going green this time by, so they've got to catch the field here going down into turn 3, which looks like they will be able to do. Get in the back, kind of use their head and work their way towards the front. Peyton Sellers right behind Joey Logano. Came in and serviced his car also.
Well, I will tell you that one of the issues early in this season was everybody getting lined up right. And NASCAR has had very little patience with that late in the year, and you've penalized if somebody doesn't. Green is back out. Brian Chu is your leader. John Freeman running second, and Peyton Sellers was pretty good on the restart. He is running 3rd right now.
If I'd said Peyton Sellers followed Logano down pit road, but that was not Peyton. He did stay out, so still up there in the top 3. Oh, looked like 99 car. Brian Chu could not get back in the gas. Not sure if he slipped or what, but John Freeman done a good job of evasive driving around him. Almost ran right over the bumper of him.
And for the first time this season, John Freeman out of Huntersville, North Carolina, is the leader. He ran a full schedule last year, went for Rookie of the Year, didn't get it. Part-time this year. Freeman, his last race was our last one in New Hampshire, where he finished 17th. Freeman in 2003, the Legend Series champion at Lowe's Motor Speedway. And right now, the leader of the Sunoco 150. We're 5 laps away from halfway.
See Peyton Sellers there second. Good battle for second.
Yeah, but look how fast Sean Case.
On the move. He's on new rubber. He's headed to the front.
Already up to 3rd place, car 44, Sean Case. Joey Logano, you're wondering about him. He's back in 13th, but he is moving. Watch again what happened to Brian Chu. Want to take a look at that again. Watch the 99 car.
He just either loses a cylinder or something happens. The car appears to be hooked into the racetrack, so it does not look like a handling issue, but possibly something with that motor going astray, because he's lost a lot of speed and he is backing up.
And here's the battle for the lead. Not much of a battle as Sean Case retakes it, goes right by him. That's the word from Andy Santerre, car owner, crew chief.
Already.
Already.
That was the spotter who's saying, Sean, you're pretty good.
Yep, just got to pace himself. That's what Andy is emphasizing to Sean. Take care of the race car. Take care of that right front.
And Joey Logano's knocking him off one at a time, trying to make his way back up to challenge Sean Case. About to get into the top 10. He is back there with Chase Austin, Jerry Marquis. Big group of cars behind him. Tim Andrews is running 3rd right now. Sean Case went from 8th to the lead in just 5 laps. There you see Joey Logano, Jerry Marquis right in front of him. Now watch Logano. This is what I was talking about. The youngster's now going to have to dice his way up through traffic. He knocks off Marquis. That is for 9th place, and now he'll set his sights on his teammate, Mark Davis. Now he's got to go high. He's got to go low. This is where you really see that driving skill. The 92 is Mark Davis. Now you may wonder, Mark Davis, he ran car 18 for most of the season. What's he doing in 92? He drives 92 when he can to honor one of his heroes, Reggie White, the great defensive lineman with the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Passed away a couple of years ago. That was his jersey number and one of Mark Davis's heroes, and why he likes to run that number 92.
Yeah, Mark qualified 15th here today. Not quite the qualifying effort he liked. Just wasn't real happy with the race car. Said, I'm just not feeling super about getting into the racetrack. The car would just not get into the racetrack with all 4 tires. So, you know, if you're not comfortable here, sometimes it takes a while to get in that rhythm.
Not going to be long, though, before Joey Logano is back up there. Now, new driver in 2nd place, and you see Jesus Hernandez in the 4, but that is Tim Andrews. Now, if you missed at the beginning of the race, we told you Tim Andrews blew his motor yesterday, did not have a backup. What did they do? They went to Andy Santerre, who was nice enough to loan them the motor out of their backup car, which is a good motor. And Tim Andrews, who won this race last year, now running 2nd. Now make that 3rd as Jesus Hernandez about to get by him. Over halfway through the race now, and in our first half we had 5 lead changes among 4 different drivers, and we were 4 cautions for 27 laps.
Van Dyke Baller, the sponsor on Tim Andrews' car. They make earth crushers. It just pretty much crushes anything you put in them. Hopefully.
The battle for 5th place. Chase Austin is there. I'll tell you what, Joey Logano has already passed through that group. He's back now in 10th place. Logano, there you see him coming up through the field past John Freeman. This is the battle for 4th. And Joey Logano has just steadily made his way up through the field, now running 4th here at Dover.
The car's fast. I tell you, he's hooked to the racetrack. Again, comfortable. He's in the rhythm.
But Dan, you know what impresses me about Joey Logano? Sometimes you see a driver using up a car trying to get to the front. It looks like he's really being patient, taking care of that car as he knocks them off one at a time.